Hi, I'm Lori Allred. Welcome to Inspired by Pinterest, where I browse around Pinterest looking for amazing, crafty ideas from people from all over and bring them to life each week here on an episode on my craft channel. I am thrilled to share this idea with you. It's one I've had a bunch of pins for a while. I'm not a big sewer, so I know, don't freak out. I'm mentioning sewing. I promise if you can sew straight stitch, this project is definitely for you. If you don't own a sewing machine, borrow one. You'll be done with it in like 30 minutes. It's super easy. Some of these ideas say they're under 10 minutes, but I say that's for a more pro experienced sewer, so we won't promise anything I can't deliver. So I actually have a really fun pin board I want you to check out. It's called Apron Tea and Dish Towels DIY Ideas. So there's so many things you can do with dish towels and create fun aprons, everything from aprons to the fun things in your home. Curtains, all kinds of things. But we're going to focus on aprons today. As the 4th of July holiday comes up, or summertime, I just thought this would be a really fun hostess gift actually. I was looking for an idea to take to my mother-in-law's when she has her big 4th of July party. So that's kind of where this came from. So the first idea I want to show you, and I'll walk you through how to do this, is from ehow.com, and it's a really cute apron made from a button-up shirt. Now this one is my example that I finished, that I did using that tutorial, and I also tore apart some of my Levi's that were way too big for me, and created these fun pockets from the Levi's and this fun top part. So this was probably a little bit more labor intensive than the tutorial shows, but I thought that was really fun to use stuff that I was done with anyway. The other pins I want to reference is one's from onelittleminutblog.com, and it's really cute kid aprons using tea towels from IKEA. And then the last one is I do also have a pin I'll put on my blog. It's an alternative no-sew version for kid aprons. You can just go right to my blog and I'll reference that. If you're a hot glue master like I am, this is the tutorial for you. And then the last one is from findsdesign.com, and they're her 10-minute dish towel aprons. Now that's why I'm not going to promise 10 minutes because I think it took me a little bit longer than that. So the first one, let's go to the dish towel one since that one's the easier one, so I can get you excited to give this a try. So isn't this the cutest thing ever? I picked up these dish towels from, I believe, Hobby Lobby and the ribbon. They were all on sale, bonus for me, and created this fun, quick and easy apron. It's super simple to do. So you're going to want to take your tea towel, and they're typically long this way. So fold it in half, right sides together to find your middle part. And then the hardest part of this project is you're going to pinch it about an inch down, push that down to create kind of a T. You can see that on camera. And then I'm going to pin these down. So we're making pleats. So for those of you who haven't sewn before, you're going to pin this one way. So the reason that we're doing this is we don't want it straight across our body. We want it to be pleated and pretty. So I'm going to just pin that side and then get my T over on the other side. And I'll show you what it looks like and we're going to do that about 3 or 4 times, depending on the length of your tea towel. So this is what it'll look like from this side. See that pretty pleat? This is what it looks like from the top. So then you have that section, just fold it in half again to find out where you're going to put your T, pinch back about an inch, and then pull those one side to this side and pin. And then do the same thing on the other side. Super easy. Then you're going to take your sewing machine. You can do this by hand if you want. Hot glue is probably not going to work with this tea towel exactly, this tutorial, but run a basting stitch to hold those in place before you attach your ribbons. So then I probably only need to do it 3 times. So we're going to pinch that, create our T, fold that down, pin one more time. Super easy. I think the hardest part of this project was finding my pins. For some reason, they're never where I want them. Well, and digging out my sewing machine. So now we've got these cute pleats all ready to go. You're going to run a basting stitch along that top. You can leave the stitch in because we're going to cover it up anyway. And then I just took some wide ribbon that I already had in my stash. You can use a piece of fabric if you want and get really technical, but just run that along, and I just stitched along the top, and then I was done. Super easy. I loved how simple those were and what a fun gift that was on the fly. So these other ones are really simple as well. I got a little technical with that one. You're going to take a shirt. Now, depending on the size of the shirt, this one, of course, is one of my shirts I don't need anymore because it's way too big for me. So you're going to want to button it up. Now, I think it's cuter when you can see the buttons. This shirt I can't. So I went through our pile that's going to Goodwill to find if my husband had thrown any shirts in, and he had. Now the awesome thing about this shirt is it's extra wide like my husband, so I can actually probably get 2 aprons out of this. So button it up, and then you're going to want to just cut below the armpits. So this is what ends up looking like. This was a smaller shirt that I picked up at Goodwill. You're going to just cut it below the armpits and then leave a little bit on the back side after the seam, because this we're going to finish off the seam. Just run a straight stitch this way and a straight stitch down this side just to kind of finish it off. And then on the tutorial, she actually uses a piece of fabric that she's folded in half, and she walks you through how to sew that. I'm not going to get super technical with you. Obviously with this one, because I was using the waistband from my pants, I just stitched that right sides together. Nothing super pretty about it, but we're not going to show everybody that. So it looks nice and finished on that side. So that was a fun idea to incorporate. You could probably even do the ribbon too. I would also, on mine, I left it straight. Now, depending on the width of, I'm not one of those that can tie my apron twice. Let's get real. So I like that it was straight. You can pleat it if you want to make it a little bit smaller. Doing the same type of pleats that we did for that will create the same look. And it'd be really cute and frilly, and you can doll this up. You can add some cute little fabric flowers to it. You can have a lot of fun. I thought this would be a really fun project, even when you get together with your girlfriends. Everybody show up with an old shirt and let's make it into an apron. I always need aprons, especially when I'm crafting, not necessarily cooking. So I think they come in handy. So hopefully I've inspired you to look at aprons in a different way. Be sure to check out my blog. I have the pins I mentioned here today and all my other crafty shows that have aired in the past. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week here on my craft channel.